Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
You're welcome to High School TV USA.
Hi. Thank
Hello.
you.
Thank you for having us. Happy to be
Oh,
here.
I'm very pleased to have you, very beautiful ladies, right on this show.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much.
nice. And before I start the show, I'll let you know that I have people from Africa, to be precise, Ghana. That's
Oh,
where I'm from.
wow.
That's
We'd
awesome.
love to go there.
Yo, oh really? Okay. So I have a lot of people from Ghana watching you live right now. And what
Awesome.
I do is that I bring people, coaches on this show,
Hmm.
for them, professional coaches, for them to educate those who want to become a cheerleader or to create a cheer team. Know you have some experience based on what you're doing. You have an experience to lead the students. So without wasting much of our time, I'd like us to dive into the issue by introducing yourself and the company, please. So I'll start with my first lady here, Miss Imani.
Imani.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Hi, my name is Imani Renee. I am the CFO, so the Chief Financial Officer of Cheerphi. Cheerphi is a organization that was started in 2005. And so basically we go around the country and we train different teams, different organizations on the style of stomp and shake cheerleading. And then we also have kind of a cheer sorority that we offer to both men and women. And we just work with them and show them how to be positive examples in the community and also in the stomp and shake world.
Okay, and then Mrs. Wannette.
Yes. Hello. My name is Wannette. I
Renee.
am the president and CEO of the Ultimate Cheer and Dance Experience and also Cheerfy and the Cheerfy Club. And basically, like Coach Imani was saying, we go around the country training cheerleaders. Like I said, we would love to come to Africa and train in the style of stomp and shake cheerleading. We have clubs and organizations for those who are in high school and college and junior high. We also put on competitions. We had a great competition just in Baltimore in March, and we are based here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, that's good. And Miss Nia.
Yes, hi everybody. Yes, my name is Nia. I am the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer for Cheerfy, and they pretty much gave it all for you guys. Just a little bit of background about HBCU specifically, especially because we don't have any in Africa. So just in case they didn't know, but HBCU stands for Historically Black College and University. So that's what we specialize in, is that art of cheerleading, which is different than the traditional style, but we incorporate both, and travel and train young girls on that specific style of cheerleading, which is the black style of cheerleading.
That's interesting. And since you say you like to go to Africa, Ghana, I'd like to be your tour guide then.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. Why
All
not?
right. So, how did you guys came to meet? Are you family?
Yes,
Yes,
we are
it's a
family.
family business.
Oh, this is my second time of interviewing family on my show. The first coach, I think the fifth coach has the same family. Yeah, the mother and daughter. All right. So, coach, for how long have you been doing the cheer coaching or training?
We've been training for over 30 years as it relates to traditional cheerleading and stomp and shake cheerleading. So we've been involved with the sport of cheerleading for over 30 years.
When did you start it, and what motivated you to start this company?
Well, I started cheerleading. I've cheerleading from California to North Carolina in high school. Well, I started with recreational cheerleading in high school and in college, and I just saw that there was a need in our community, that there was a void to train and showcase the stomp and shake HBCU style of cheerleading, and that's why the company was created.
Okay, and then tell me how is the company priority? How do you set your priority?
Well, the priorities are always in regards to training and teaching, but also highlighting and showcasing, this style of cheerleading and the cheerleaders that are participating in this sport. Because right now we don't have a national televised HBCU cheerleading championship or a televised stomp and shake championship, and that's something that we would like to do. as well, and we want to spread this style of cheerleading. And so that's how we prioritize things. But we also thought that, you know, they needed mentorship, which was why the clubs and organizations were started as well.
Yes, definitely community is a big priority when it comes to just, you know, minority young women and men, and having a positive outlet, especially for young women, Black women, minority women, to be able to express themselves and do it in a feminine way, and be able to see people such as ourselves as positive leaders and role models, to show them that, you know, there's other avenues besides what you may see on social media or what's popularized being pushed to the youth. So the youth is a very, very big thing for us. That's, you know, a big driving point for us. And, you know, that's very important with prioritizing what we do and how we do it.
And I get it. And what are some of your big challenges when you setting up this company? Because I know it's not easy when you're setting up a company. A lot of challenges that you face, and I know you will overcome. What are some of them you can share with us?
Well, right now we definitely want to connect more with corporate partners and sponsors, because when you're putting on these types of events, you know, competitions or camps and clinics and things of that nature, funding. And you want to connect with those corporate partners and letting them know, hey, cheerleading is very marketable. You know, they market their organizations and their schools, so they can definitely market, you know, your product. So connecting as it relates to corporate partners, that is the area that we see as a challenge, but we're up to that challenge.
So, and Imani, tell me, how do you? I know you travel to school, I mean, to groom people on their cheerleading. How do you do that? How does the communication come about?
So a huge part of kind of our marketing is our Instagram page that we do have. We do have a little over 35,000 followers now. And so we want to be consistent with posting on there, because that's where a lot of people reach out to us from. So they'll see some content that we posted on Instagram and they'll shoot us a DM, or they'll book through our website. And that's really how we are able to communicate with coaches or organizations, whoever it may be that we're able to travel to. We also do outside work within ourselves, as well as just communicating with districts. So we've been able to work with like entire school districts before. So it's both our social media, and then it's also just us really doing like that grassroots groundwork of reaching out to different people so that we can work with them.
And Imani Renee is being a little humble here. She and Nia Cele's Instagram pages they have over 100,000 followers on their Instagram pages. And we get a lot of contact through their personal Instagram pages, especially when they post footage. They may do a challenge or some information from our business. So that's another way that people contact us and that we're able to reach out, is through their personal Instagrams as well.
Oh, that's really, really awesome. And I know this company is made up of three beautiful ladies, to be precise. That's family. And I'm kind of thinking, you know, I know when the vision of the company, you tell me the vision of the company. Where's the company going? Where's the company heading to? What's your achievement?
Sky's the limit, you know. Knowing just about cheerleading in general, and you know, just how much money cheerleading within itself generates, how popular it is within other spaces. And you know, if you don't do your research, or if that's not really your thing, you know, opposed to like football and basketball, you won't know that it's, you know, a $1 billion industry. So you know, there's just not a lot of people who look like us that are currently in that space as well, especially when it comes to the style of cheerleading that we do. So definitely being able to take it that far, for people to see it go that far and see, you know, just how much it can bring to that platform. That's definitely where we want it to go. Definitely want to have a black hand, you know, a black face within that industry.
What is the coaching style you guys have that is very unique, apart from all these coaches? What's your unique style?
Well, I think the fact that it is a family business, it sets us apart. The synergy that we're able to create when we're working with these different schools is just unmatched, just on another level. We all have HBCU cheerleading experience, and you know, we all look a certain way, you know, and that adds to what young girls like to see. I really think that we all just showcase a positive example of what it means not just to be a cheerleader, but to be a respectable woman in society. And I think that's what sets us apart from other coaching staff and organizations and all those things. And then also, like she said, social media following, social media presence, we all know that that's the name of the game these days. And so we can also bring that, we can mentor young girls on how to build that in a positive and respectable way.
And also, you said, where do we see us going?
Yep.
Like, we would love to come to Africa because there's
I love the question. I love the answer. All right. I said, I'll be your talk guide if you're ready then.
because there is cheerleading there, and the stomp shake style of cheerleading has a lot of roots and base to it that is very similar to movements and beats and things like that, you know, from around the world. And so that is something that we would love to be able to connect with, you know, and the difference also, we definitely wanted to create a platform and an avenue for the youth in our community to see us in the forefront of the sport, someone that looks like them, someone that, you know, resonates with them and what it is that they enjoy doing.
Okay, so in Ghana, I have me and my friend have a high school TV in Ghana, which basically we are into grooming talents, singing, dancing, drumming, cadets, and all of that. And every year we do host an awards in October for this piece. So we want to discuss that maybe why not connect these schools in America. Let's see if we can do some Asian program. We are in terms of discussing how we can do an Asian program, trying to connect some schools here to Africa, Ghana.
Yeah.
So when we're ready to set the ball rolling, I think you'll be my first contact.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Awesome. Definitely.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, back to the question. So, Coach, how do you motivate and inspire your team? You know, you are dealing with kids. How do you motivate them and how do you inspire them? And to talk of discipline, how are you disciplined when you are coaching them?
Well, first, when it comes to just motivating, inspiring, encouraging discipline, it always starts with yourself first. You know, in order to change the world, you have to change yourself. So definitely making sure that we present ourselves in a certain type of way, show that, you know, that with through hard work, through discipline, through consistency, you know, you can do whatever you want to do, but also speaking life into them. You know, definitely having tough love moments because everyone learns differently, and some people, you know, it's definitely a sport at the end of the day. So, you know, it's going to have its own challenges, but, you know, speaking life, like I said, but pushing them to the best of their ability because, you know, anything is possible as long as they believe that it's possible. And that's with any sport, you know, but you may need somebody to push you there, to have that faith in you, to show that love into you, because at the end of the day, we don't know what all these different young women and men could go home to, who's speaking life in them, you know, who's encouraging them. So at the end of the day, when you come here, I want you to feel like that you can be the best that you can within anything and to show your light. So yeah.
Good.
And I definitely, with being a licensed clinical social worker, the mental health piece is very, very important to us. And we incorporate that at our camps because, to Nia's point, you don't know what background they came from. You don't know what their home life is, you know, but they have that opportunity while they're there, you know, you can pour into them because cheerleading helps with self-esteem. Okay, it could be their outlet to anxiety and depression and suicidal thoughts and things along those lines. So we're not there to exacerbate those issues. We're there to help be, you know, it relates to that. So yeah.
All right, Imani, because I know Coach Wannette and Coach Nia have been doing a lot of talking. So I want to ask you, you know, I know when you have a company, a lot of issues, conflict here and there. I'm kind of scratching my head. How do you handle conflicts, disagreement in your team?
Right. So I think, you know, people always say business and family don't mix. And I just think that that's Not true. I think that when you are family, you know, nobody's ever going to agree on anything all the time. But I think that when you are family, we all have the same common goal in mind. We all have the same common vision in mind for the business. And I think that it's a lot easier to kind of be able to mitigate the disagreements that we do have because we are family. So when we have conflicts, when we have issues that arise, as all businesses will, we just talk through them. We're a very faith-based family as well. And so there's a way that we go about things when we talk to each other, when we have disagreements and things like that, so that it doesn't turn into anything that's completely crazy. But when we have disagreements, when we're not wanting to go the same way, we always stop and say, okay, what is the common goal? What is the common vision that we have for where our business is going? And then how we kind of have to take emotions out of it and just think through things logically. Okay, so how are we going to do step A, step B, step C to be able to get here? No matter what anybody's emotions is telling us, what is the best logical answer?
You've answered my question beautifully. Coach Wannette, my follow-up question is that what areas are you looking out to grow and develop at?
The areas that we would look to grow and develop, we want to spread Stomp and Shake cheerleading all across the country and have more competitions, but more at a televised aspect of it so that it can permeate to other areas that do not have HBCUs or this style of cheerleading. And we want corporate sponsors. So that's how I envision the growth and development of the company into the future.
Like varsity. So varsity is probably the biggest cheerleading brand, company, whatever the case may be in the world. And we have the opportunity. We're Black owned. We want to go into apparel.
Yes.
We want to have corporate sponsorship. We want to have TV opportunity. We want to do all of those things that they're, and we're the black version doing it for our people, for us, by us.
Yes.
And if anyone has the power to make it happen, you know, it's the Black community, and we have the right goals in mind of community and, you know, community growth and empowerment and you know, uplifting each other, especially, you know, we're a family-based business, you know, like we think family-oriented. So yeah, definitely that.
And come to your company. I would like to dive into your competition. Have you trained a school to win a competition, or what competition have you won? If I put that contest.
What competitions have we won?
Yeah, have you trained a school to win?
We've actually we just had a competition. We put on our own, and we just had a competition during the CIAA Super Saturday, May 1st in Baltimore, Maryland. And one of the teams that we actually trained did place in that competition. We trained them this summer, and they actually won money, trophy, and everything in that competition as well. So yes, and then that we train, they also compete in other Stomp and Shake competitions as well.
Yes.
Okay, so I know when you're organizing an event, it's not easy to organize because a lot of logistics. How do you finance that?
How do we finance it?
Yeah.
Well, we have our own funding, as well as, you know, we do have registration fees, and then people pay us, you know, to come in and conduct the events that we conduct as well. So it's multiple streams of income that come into play as it relates to us putting on a competition.
And another thing that I think is slept on, or that I think that some people may underestimate themselves with, because they might want to put on certain things for their business, or they might want to do something for their business, but they lack the funding. Our last situation that we just had, the competition that we put on, it was just through a relationship that Coach Wannette developed with that organization. She reached out, she opened her mouth, and we were able to secure the funding and get the contract. So really, it's just, you know, they say fortune favors the bold. It's just being bold with your business. Ask. You never know who will be willing to help you.
Networking.
Coach, at what point in time did you feel like, oh man, I feel like turning down this organization? I don't want to continue opening this organization. I'm tired. I'm breaking down. At what point in time did you feel like, you know, I don't want to continue this company again?
Every day. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
We love what we do, you know, but understand where we are today may not have been where we were at 10 years ago, but we had to see the vision and continue to walk it out, you know, because faith without works is dead. And so we had to walk it out so it got to this place right now where we are. And so it's never been to the point of, oh, I'm breaking down, I just don't want to do it. But it has been challenging to know something is a good idea, see the vision of it, and waiting for it to come into fruition.
Coach Nia, I know there's a lot of games in America. Why do you choose to be a cheer coach or to train cheer? Why?
Well, because cheerleading is the best sport. Simple as that.
Oh, are you sure that's not debatable?
No.
No. I mean, you know, to know cheer is to love cheer. You know, it's definitely a sport that gets overlooked because you know you do have a lot of sass, class, and pizzazz that goes into it. It's a very feminine sport, so you know people can definitely downplay cheerleading and not consider it when it comes to other sports. Which, in fact, cheerleading has the most injuries than any other sport. It's a very competitive, very athletic sport to be a part of.
Sorry to cut you there, but I didn't know cheerleading has a lot of injury. Thought, wow.
With tumbling, stunting, you know, we're athletes that lift athletes. So at the end of the day, you know, it takes a lot of skill. You know, you see any cheerleader, they're going to look good. They are, you know, whether it's a woman or a man, you know, it's a lot of hard work that goes into it and long hours. So.
And cheerleading is the most recognizable sport to me because it is the longest sport. And if you're a cheerleader, you're cheering for football and basketball. So football, it might be that season. Basketball is that season. Cheerleading, it's the whole time. And then you go into your competition season. So, you know, that's why we feel as though it is the best sport.
Oh, great! Because you've not educated me on that, so I didn't know that. Good.
Yeah, not just for faces, but those two.
We got muscles.
Okay. Then I was asked this question to my interviewer, my guests when they come on my show. What do you have to say with students that you know their chair costume is very some of them is very short, and when they do that, you know, it's very short. I don't know how to put it, but what I'm trying to say is that why is it they are short? Their training short is very short. Why?
The uniform?
Yeah. Why?
Well, first off, cheerleading, is about health and wellness, right? Now, you could compare a cheerleading skirt. Think about track, right?
Yeah.
The track outfits that they have on. You know
or
what
volleyball.
I mean? Or volleyball. At the end of the day, you are an athlete, and you know you want to be able to have apparel. For us, a lot of times the skirts that we have are car wash skirts or shaking skirts, and they move with the movements that you do. Okay, so that's important in order for lengthwise. If they're too long, it doesn't move the way that it needs to move. When you're doing the movement, it just looks a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? And also a lot of times, you know, with all the movements and everything that you're doing, whether you're outside for football or inside for basketball, you don't want to be overwhelmed in regards to your heat and your sweat and things of that nature. That's why you may have something that has a spaghetti strap or is a tank top or is shorter, because you're doing a lot of movement, a lot of activity, and you're sweating.
And also, like she said, just the practicality of it. Like when we look at volleyball players, they're in shorts, spandex shorts. When we look at track athletes, sometimes it just looks like underwear. You know, and with cheerleading, when you're lifting people, when you're stunting and all that, the functionality wouldn't really be there if you had on something long or you had on pants. It makes it a lot easier to grab the legs, to flip them and all that when you have on like a short skirt.
And that's not to say that anything is just appropriate at the end of the day. We definitely want to be practical when it comes to being fair with all sports. However, when it comes to age, yes, certain things definitely are appropriate and are not, and that should definitely be voiced as well. You can't just walk around looking like anything and expecting that to be okay, especially if you are a child. So
yeah, and gymnastics as well, you know, a lot of tumbling and things of that nature. You want to have the minimal amount
of clothes on
cause any type of injury.
Well, I guess my question is being answered. I'm a people from Africa, your question is being answered right now. So going forward, coach, how many years? What should I say? How do you see your company coming in the coming years? What should it be? What peak should it be?
Millions.
That part.
In the upcoming years.
We are already the premier Stomp and Shake cheerleading company. Want to be that across the board. Everywhere you go, you look at the spirit industry, our name is on your lips, because of our organizations or our camps or our clinics or our competitions, or definitely our apparel, because we are making apparel that basically fit our style, our aesthetic, our body type. So yeah, that's where we see the company going.
Yep, taking over as Black people do,
Everything.
whether it's you're American, African, Dominican, we set the trend. So eventually, people are gonna hop on board.
But we don't want it to. We want to be very clear, just that even though that's the base of it, cheerleading is something that transcends race. It transcends sex. It does not matter. You have all types that are involved in the sport of cheerleading and the spirit industry. And so, even though our community is our base, we welcome everyone, because everybody's going to jump on this Stomp and Shake wave.
And do you have a specific place that you move people to groom them? How do you do it?
A specific place. I'm sorry, can you re-ask the
I'm just asking, you have a rehearsal ground that you convey all the people to teach them how to cheer, or just you move to school like you just said?
Yeah, so we just go different places around the country. Wherever you want us, that's where we'll come.
But
so
we're based in Atlanta, Georgia, and so this summer we will be doing something for individuals, though, here in Atlanta. But if it doesn't matter where the school is, if they say, hey, we really need you to come here to train us, then we will come.
All right. I think my question is answered now. So it's all clear. So I've been seeing your videos. I just see your videos. I'm like, oh wow. I mean, yeah. Let me try to get contact with these people. They're doing quite well. So what I want to say is that I believe in talent, and I love entertainment, because I was a dancer in high school.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yes. So I love entertainment, and anything I see which is telling, which is very educative, I like to promote and I like to share. I like, and also for now we are family. Any video I see, I'm gonna help promote your brand as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Support.
Yes, and I want my people. What I'm doing, I want my people in Africa to get used to this cheer thing, because some people have been messaging me, hey Eugene, what is this? Like, I see you do. I'm saying, hey, this is a new thing we're trying to let African people know. So keep whatever you're doing, keep doing it, and I know it's going to take you far. It's already taking you guys far. That is why we are here, and keep the positivity. Everything is positive. Just keep the positivity. And before I let you go, I know it's just 30-minute show. I would like you to tell my followers, if someone to reach you for sponsor you guys, to help you guys financially, how is the person going to reach you? Let my viewers know, please.
Well, they can definitely reach out to our website, which is www.cheerphi.com. That's CheerPhi.com. Our Instagram is @Cheerphi. And you can definitely hit us up. Imani has an Instagram, Imani Renee, and Cele has one as well. You can let them know your Instagrams if you would like to do that as well.
Yeah, so my Instagram is going to be MSIMANI, Imani, and then Renee, RENEE.
And we'll put that in the chat as well. Yeah. And mine is the Nia, Nia, Cele, CELE. So yeah, you got different ways that you can reach out to us. You can definitely email us as well.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you have all the information. So if you want to reach out to these beautiful coaches, just shoot them a message. They'll be right there to help you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll let you go. I know you have people watching you, and you'd like to send send your shout out or your final words to those watching you. What do you have for them?
Yes,
Positively.
our final words to anybody watching us is just that we are women who are in business and industry, and that our goal is really to inspire the youth. Of course, we want to make money. Of course, we want to leave a legacy behind for our future families and be successful in all of those things. But at the heart, at the core of what it is that we do, we want to inspire young women and men to be the best that they can be, to showcase themselves in a positive light, to let their talents out, to be who they are, as fun and sassy and cute and all of those things that they are, but to do it in a way that's respectable and to do it in a way that serves society as a whole.
And we want to give a shout out always to Cheerphi, Cheerphi Club, WSSU, North Carolina A&T, Use. Let's go, Cleveland. What's happening? We love you.
And all glory to God.
Always.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was nice meeting Cheerphi.
Yeah.
So, and I'd love to have them because they are very interesting. I don't even want them to leave my show right now. I guess.
Well, we'll be in Africa soon. We're going to speak there. Yeah.
Like I said, when you guys are ready, just let me know. I'll just test all what you need to know about information, everything.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. You have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much again for having us.
Thank you for the
One love.
One love. Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.